And of course, a big thanks to the Diablo Regional Concert Band directed by Cora Martins. If I could everybody please rise, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. And of course, it's going to be windy. Present arms. Oh, let's make this work. I'm really mad at this microphone now. How about that? Okay. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order arms. I do want to say I thank you for letting us have this memorial today. We do love those who have done so much for our country and given the ultimate sacrifice. And thank you again for bringing all these wonderful people together today so we can, again, recognize the great people that have made our country strong. Amen. The Benicia Arsenal Post Cemetery is a United States military cemetery that was built in 1849 and formerly part of the Benicia Arsenal. Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody, please be seated. Not yet.
Come on.
Don't tell me how to do this. All right. Again, the Benicia Arsenal is a post-cemetery, United States military cemetery built in 1949 and formerly part of the Benicia Military Arsenal. It's now under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense and Interior and is maintained by the Sacramento Army Depot. The Benicia Arsenal Post Cemetery is the oldest military cemetery in the Pacific States and is on the National Register of Historic Places as part of the Benicia Arsenal Benicia Barracks Historic District. It was the post cemetery for the Benicia Barracks, which from 1849 to 1857 served as the headquarters for the U.S. Army's Pacific Division. The cemetery contains 212 internments dating from 1849 to 1958. These internments include U.S. military personnel, civilians, unknown, and foreigners prisoners of war, including German and Italian prisoners of war, as well as 3 animals. We know that there's dogs and horses involved, but we don't know if it's 2 or 1 of the other up on the hill there. This is a very, very special cemetery. Many of the souls buried here have ties to the founding of our country. The first to be interred here, for example, was Lieutenant Jarvis, Charles Edward Jarvis. Lieutenant Jarvis was born in 1821 and was interred here after he passed away in 1849. Lieutenant Jarvis was a native of Maine. His great-uncle Charles, a physician and graduate of Harvard, was friends with Thomas Jefferson, John Hancock, and John Adams. His uncle Charles also played a part during the Shays' Rebellion. Additionally, Leonard Jarvis, who was Lieutenant Charles's great-grandfather, was the first colonel of the King's Guards. Lieutenant Jarvis graduated from West Point in 1843 with future president and classmate Ulysses S. Grant. Lieutenant Jarvis was wounded during the war with Mexico at the Battle of Cerro Gordo in 1847. So again, this is a very special cemetery. There are many other souls here with incredible ties to the founding of our beautiful nation. Please take the time to get to know more about them. All right, to start, we will first hear some words from Vietnam veteran Hector Fulgencio. He has a... Oh, you're not going to do anything today? Oh, okay. I guess that's the one at 1 o'clock. I just wanted to give you guys a preempt on what's going to happen if you show up to the club later. At this time, I'd like to have the commander of the American Legion Post 101, Gary Ritchie, and commander of Veterans of Foreign War Post 3928, Sean Heavener, please lay the ceremonial wreath. Well, thank you, commanders of the American Legion and veterans of foreign war post here in Benicia. So everybody needs to know that all that serve make a lifelong commitment. At this time, I'd like all of our veterans today to reaffirm our dedication to this great nation. So please, if I could have every veteran please stand. And please, let's recite, God darn it. It's a Radio Shack microphone, so I guess I can't get it fixed. Okay, so let's see. If I could have everybody please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, your name, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. So what I do want to do also, I want to acknowledge District 2 Supervisor Monica Brown today came up and presented me with a resolution on Memorial Day for us here. I'm going to read it to you. This is resolution number 2022-96. Resolution of the Solano County Board of Supervisors recognizing Monday, May 30th, 2022 as Memorial Day, a day to honor Americans who died fighting in any war in service to our country. Whereas on Monday, May 30th, 2022 is a day of remembrance for those who died in our nation's service. We gather to remember, to reflect, and to honor men and women of the United States who died while in military service, and to especially honor those residents of Solano County who made the sacrifice. And whereas General Order Number 11 was written and issued by General John A. Logan, designating May 30th, 1868 as the first official Decoration Day, known today as Memorial Day. First enacted to honor Union soldiers of the American Civil War, it was expanded after World War I to include American casualties of any war or military action. And whereas the Revolutionary War, more than 43 million men and women have served in America's military. More than 600,000 of those dauntless, selfless warriors died in combat. These courageous men and women, each so different in heritage and background, shared the common bonds of the armed forces, duty, and sacrifice. And whereas Memorial Day symbolizes a time that Americans take a clear look at both our past and our future. One day each year, when we acknowledge the debt we owe to these men and women. And whereas more than 34,000 veterans of the Armed Forces of the United States currently reside in Solano County, and that Solano County is home to Travis Air Force Base, the most active Air Force base on the West Coast. And whereas on Memorial Day, as throughout the year, we honor and pray for our Gold Star families and show our respect for the sacrifices their family members in uniform made to the perpetuation of American freedom. And whereas our grateful nation honors their selfless service, and we acknowledge a debt to honor beyond our capability to repay. Now let it be resolved that the Solano County Board of Supervisors recognizes Monday, May 30th, 2022 as Memorial Day, a day to honor Americans who died fighting in any war in service to our country. Be it further resolved that the chair of the Board of Supervisors and all board members ask all Solano County residents to pause for 1 minute and observe the national moment of remembrance to honor Americans fallen at 11 a.m. on Memorial Day, and urge everyone to participate safely or remotely in these observances and the local events put on by our local veteran service organizations. This is dated the 24th day of May, 2022, signed by John M. Vasquez, the chairman of the Solano County Board of Supervisors. Thank you. All right, at this time, if I could have Miss Ashley please come forward and speak to us a little bit about the cemetery here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ashley Jackson, Assistant Director for Sacramento Valley National Cemetery and Benicia Arsenal Post. On behalf of myself and the Director, William Picard, I welcome you to our Memorial Day ceremony here at what we know to be the oldest United States military cemetery in the Pacific States, Benicia Arsenal Post. As mentioned before, Benicia Arsenal Post Cemetery serves as the final resting place for 123 United States military personnel, 61 civilians, 9 prisoners of war, and 18 unidentified. And let's not forget Sergeant Tuffy, the only dog known to be court-martialed in the history of U.S. Army, as well as Muggsy and Duke. I am privileged to be with you on this Memorial Day as we honor those heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice, defending our country, just as First Lieutenant Charles E. Jarvis did, Plot 74, as well as Sergeant Michael J. Kenley, Plot 219, the last military interment at Benicia Arsenal Post in 1957. Thank you for being part of our Memorial Day celebration this year. Your support for those who died in service of our country shows that you understand and appreciate why our nation set aside this day in order to remember, honor, and salute our fallen service members. You understand the true meaning of Memorial Day. I feel especially fortunate to be here at this time as the National Cemetery Administration and this cemetery returns to a traditional type of Memorial Day ceremony. It is refreshing to see so many of you gathered here today to recognize the supreme sacrifice of all the men and women who gave everything for our country. We owe it to them to take some time to pay our respects and to reflect on the high cost of freedom. Thank you.
Thank you.
Present hard.
All right, this time, we're going to sound taps. Please uncover.